Howdy. This is Blue Otter, and today we are playing Charmcraft Idle. I would like to thank the devs, Seedborne Games, for providing me with a key. And with that, we are going to go ahead and start a game. Enter your chosen witch name. You can change it at any time in the top left. We are Blue Otter. Okay. Welcome to Charmcraft Idle. To get started, head over to the Enchanted Forest. Let's go over to the Enchanted Forest. All you have unlocked for now is Ravenwood, so click on the Ravenwood tree icon to start collecting. Collect pretty fast. All right, we have that. We're gonna keep collecting. All right, you've collected 3 Ravenwood. Now you can head over to the wood shop and start crafting your first Ravenwood wand. So go down here to wood shop, and we're going to craft a wand. You've crafted your first Ravenwood wand. Next, head over to your shop and go to the wand section to put your newly crafted wand up. Okay, we go here. We're gonna go back over to the shop. Wands. To sell an item, simply ensure you have some of that item in stock and mark it as for sale. Every few seconds, an item that you have for sale will be purchased by a customer. This happens automatically as long as there are items available for sale. You will continue to sell items even while the game is not running. So we're just gonna mark this as for sale. We have 1. And done. Congratulations on selling your first wand. In the settings menu, you can change the cursor to any wand you have unlocked. Check it out now. You can also change the volume of the background music and toggle bright backgrounds on and off from the menu setting. Okay, so let's go check that out. So you can turn on the bright backgrounds, which shows the full image of this. I like the backgrounds of this. I really do. But I think for purposes of being able to actually see, it works a little bit better for this. You can also turn off the background music and adjust it. If you go to in here really quickly, if you ever want to reset, you have to go back to the main menu, go to settings here, and you can reset your save if you want to. And I know this is start game, but if you just click on it, it just takes you right back into your game. You only have 1 save file for the game. The other thing is that anytime you have one of these custom cursors that are for sale, you can also click this and that becomes your custom cursor. So pretty cool. So we're going to be able to do this again. And then it's just a matter of we need to be able to make wands and sell. Collect wood, craft a wand, and sell the wand. So you can see each one of these trees has a corresponding wand. We'll come up here to that, and it's already been sold. So we have 70. You go over here to staff. Hiring staff allows you to automate your crafting and resource collection and increases production by allowing more things to be worked on at once. Your staff will also continue to work on their assignments while the game is not running offline progression. So for this, I need $100 to hire Rowan. So let's go ahead, let's go back. We're going to collect more of this Ravenwood tree. And I think we should be able to sell 1 more, and we should be able to get enough to hire Rowan. Shop. Yep, it just sold. We have 105 gold. We're gonna come over here. I'm gonna hire Rowan, and then I'm gonna come back here to the Enchanted Forest. We're going to assign staff Rowan over here. And I'm just gonna let Rowan do their thing, and they're just gonna collect this. Well, we're gonna go through and look at the rest of these tabs. So we have the storage chest here. Okay, so let's start at the top. So here we have where you can change out your name. I love the font choice on this. You have basic witch, which I believe is like your level name. This is your XP bar. This is how much gold you have. You have your storage chest. You can upgrade your capacity. So if you look here, you can see that it's 100. So if I were to increase this, this then goes and it increases how much you can have of each item. Shop is obvious, where this is where you list things for sale. We have our wands. We have crystals, which you can get in the Mystic Mine. You have scrolls, which you do, I believe, in enchanting. Runes, which I want to say is also enchanting. Jewelry. Now here's where something's cool is that you have these that you can go and you can have these little tabs and it cycles through gold, silver, gold, and platinum. You can do rings, bracelets, necklaces, tiaras, and these all have different, not only different price points where they sell for higher, they also require different amounts of different products or different things you can get. We also have potions, lots of different potions that you can get. Apparel. Sorry. Broomsticks. These also correspond with the types of wood that you can collect. Now these go with the exploring section, is where you can find different artifacts and things on your expeditions, including familiars and artifacts, and then you can sell these for profit. So staff here is of course where you hire all of your staff. You have a library. At the library, you and your hired scholars can study enchantments, which once fully learned can be used to craft scrolls and runes. So this will allow you, so you have to do 6 times for each one, and that will allow you for in the enchanting, where you can enchant scrolls as well as runes. We have the enchanted forest, where we have several different trees. We have the mystic mine. Some areas have multiple sections. Click on the arrows to see what all you can do. So here's the different crystals you can get, and here are the different ores that you can mine. We have silver, gold, and platinum, which correspond to the rings, bracelets, necklaces, and tiaras that you can craft under smithing. We have the arcane garden with a lot of different stuff that you can do. And like I said, with the tiering up, the Mystic Mine is a perfect example where you have silver, gold, and platinum. For the arcane garden, at the sewing, you start with cotton, goes to hemp, and then flax will give you your cotton, hemp, and linen options for building. For your explorers, when you go out and send any staff explorers on an expedition, you can equip certain items that you've made in shop to increase the power level for that expedition. The power level increases how effective your expedition is. A power level is more likely to result in more things found in that expedition. You can get a higher power level both by equipping more and better items from your shop, as well as by increasing, there's an extra A, your exploration skill level, or sending out explorers with higher skill levels. So here you just go through and you select what you have in your store. Right now I don't have anything. Or you can assign your staff here. Now we also have the wood shop, where you could do wands or brooms. Smithing, where you could do kind of already did this, silver, gold, platinum, with rings, bracelets, necklaces, tiaras, and then they're just different gems that you add is what the difference is with that. Alchemy, you can make a ton of different potions and concoctions. One thing that I do like about this is while you do have to spend money to unlock the recipe, you already know what that recipe entails. You know what you're going to need. So for instance, what I plan on doing is when I unlock the Arcane Garden, I'm actually going to skip the alchemy right away. I'm going to go straight to the cotton because I know I can sell the cotton. I can make clothing for that. And then if I go here into shop, I would just go down here and I could sell this for 715, 1.75, and 2.5 respectively. And then for enchanting, we have scrolls and runes. But for right now, I'm going to come over here and I need to be crafting some wands. That automatically went into my shop, and then someone's going to come in and buy this. So right now I'm having to go in and do this manually because I don't have a staff in this position. I probably can go look, and I need, for a wood carver, I need at least $200. So that's going to be my next goal, is I need 200 gold. And I can get someone right here, and that will be some automation. And then it is literally rinse and repeat with all the different stuff. So I've had a lot of fun with this. I played a little bit of it just to kind of get an idea of what I was doing. And it's really fun. You have a little bit of some strategy of what do you need to get to make it. And now I can do that. So we're going to go over here. We're going to look at wood carver. I'm going to hire a wood carver. So we have Branwyn. We come over here to the shop. I'm going to go assign. And Branwyn is going to be making my Ravenwood. The next thing that I want to do is, because Branwyn needs 3 to do this, and he's going pretty fast. So I want this to go faster because this has to outpace the other one. So what I want to do is my next 400 gold, I'm going to spend to upgrade Rowan's strategy up here. One strategy I highly recommend is, once you have a staff member that is collecting resources, there's no reason to not have them down here just collecting resources. Your crafting might, so if for instance, if Branwyn ever runs out of Ravenwood, he's not going to be able to continue to craft. So he will be like, okay, I don't have any more resources. And he's going to go back up here and he's going to basically go on break. So you want to make sure that your raw materials are constantly being supplied. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with upgrading this. You've upgraded your first item. Upgrading an item increases the production of that item by 1 per level upgraded. So yeah, we're at level 2 for this one. And it's going faster. But you can still see that this is going pretty quickly. And they're not outpacing what is being sold, because if I were to come over here, by the time I get over here, it's already being sold. So in a nutshell, that is the game. But like I said, it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to kind of play a little bit of this, and we'll be back once I have a little bit more completed. One thing is also don't neglect the fact that you also have the ability to use yourself as a staff. So for instance here, I'm going to do a Ravenwood. We have 14 power, not a whole lot, but I'm going to go ahead and assign myself on an expedition and we're going to see what we get. Okay, so I see that the Ravenwood has achieved maximum. So that just means it's at 100 thing. So what we can do is if we want to have where Brenwyn is crafting these Ravenwood, because that's going to happen is that they're going up. And what that did was that automatically unassigned Rowan Ravenwood. So what we can do is we can unlock the Elderwood tree, and let's just go ahead and send Rowan here so Rowan can be collecting Elderwood. Branwyn will be crafting these Ravenwood wands, which will be continuing to be sold. And then by the time that Branwyn is done with this one, I should have enough backlog of the Elderwood wands, which will mean that we can go in. Now, we can go in and start selling those. Now, if we go over to here, you see that it's not available. So if you are like, well, I have this unlocked. Well, okay, first off, I don't have this unlocked, but I do have the wand here. So if we unlock, we'll come over here, and that's how you get these unlocked. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch over to this one. And I kind of like to use that as a kind of a indicator, a visual indicator for me of how far advanced am I in this wand stage. As they are making that, we're gonna go ahead and look back over here at exploring. And I should be about finished. This takes a long time. Return with the expedition with a singing seed. So if we go over here to staff, so the expeditions get artifacts and familiars. So familiars, again, we are just basically general animals. Come over here, we have artifacts. We have the singing seed. So not a whole lot, but we can sell it. And that will give us a nice little profit there. Now, one thing I recommend doing is go ahead and get a staff. We're going to hire Dax. Go over here to explore. Now, we could do a Ravenwood, and I believe we want to go over here to Dax. I don't know if the wand gets consumed or if it's just a matter that how that works. So that would be one thing that I would be curious. Okay, so if you click on it here, I believe they finish whatever task they're on. Otherwise, Dax here will just keep going and doing his thing. So I'm gonna go ahead. I've also got 100, so let's go ahead and get the cotton. I'm gonna come back over here. I want a gardener. I need 500 to get Petra. And I should also get a miner. Because some of this is about getting some income to start. And I think what I want to do is I'm going to get this rose quartz unlocked. So yeah, let's go ahead and hire a miner. I'm going to go over here to the Mystic Mine. Wait 2 seconds, or a little bit longer than 2 seconds. We're going to wait a little bit. And if it's not going up, just you can come over here and check. Okay, so I've got a little bit of this left over. over here to... That's the smithing. Mystic Mine. Okay, we can unlock the rose quartz. Garen is going to be mining rose quartz. We're going to go back to the shaft, to the shop, crystal, and we're going to sell all the rose quartz. So coming in, this is just going to go 1 for 1, mine, sell, mine, sell. And then I need to upgrade this one as well. We're going to be able to make one more Ravenwood wand. And now if we go back to woodshop, we can see not enough resources to make Ravenwood. Branwen has stopped. Branwen is now going to make Elderwood wands. Come over here to the shop, wands, and we can list these for sale. And then Mystic Mine, we're going to go ahead and upgrade that. Here, yep, that's just it, just sells, and that's gonna be like a 1 for 1 easy sale. He's crafting, and they're continuing to do that. So what I can do is I can also come in here and, you know, don't forget that you yourself have the ability to collect stuff as well. So I do not believe, yeah, I have not hired a gardener. I want to hire Petra here. So we're gonna hire them. And we're gonna assign them to cotton. So I'm just gonna let them go with that. We could also, once we get 500, I might do a quick upgrade here. Resources, it's crafted, other. So this is probably stuff that you've gotten on expeditions. And with staff, there's level 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you're gonna be able to get like 4 of each of these staff types. So for lumberjacks, we have Rowan, Jackie, Bram, and Marvin. For miners, we have Garen, Tilda, Oren, and Bex. Gardeners, we have Petra, Hollis, Nelwyn, and Lisa. Explorers, we have Dax, Finian, Isold, and Riven. Scholars, Junia, Nolan, Beatrix, and Seraphine. Enchanters, we have Cyrus, Alira, Sin, and Tavia. Woodcarvers, we have Branwen, Cedric, Heron, and Tova. Jewelry smiths, we have Corvin, Amara, Tildy, and Rosen. Alchemist, Clara, Harlan, Merrick, Lucian. And seamstress, Agnes, Tyrion, Isabeth, and Joss. See, where are we? This is also going kind of slow, so I'm fine with it being a bit. upgrade that so we can get a little bit faster. And what we might do, yeah, because the Mystic Mine, we're still doing that. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Now this is going to get up a bit. So what I might do is I might look at crystals and see what's going to sell for a pretty decent price. And topaz, any of these for like entry level might be fine, but I mean this is like 1,000. I could do this. We can finish this up. Now keep in mind, anything you go up is going to be slower, but this is an incremental game, so Garen's gonna finish up with that one. And let's go to Amethyst. So see, a little bit slower. But then you've also got to remember to go over here and you got to mark this as for sale. But I'll be getting twice as much. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but I'll be at twice as much. I'm gonna let this run for a little bit. Dax has returned for with preserved glow cap. Keep saying that. Where is the preserved glow cap? And then they are going to continue exploring. And right now, none of this is for sale, so that should help with some money. But I'm gonna go let this run for a little bit, and we'll be back. Right, so I have had a chance to play this for quite a bit, and as you can see, when you have stuff that's gone into offline production, it tells you how much you've made. And I do have quite a bit of things, and now I have kind of paused all the shop building. You just come, which, let me show you what we have for my enchanted forest. I have pretty much all of these have been collected pretty extensively for the mine. Now the enchanted forest, let me go back. The enchanted forest will go to the workshop. So this is where you would need stuff. You would have your crafters craft wands. And here you can see I have quite a bit, but I have all of these are still crafting. And then you can go to Mystic Mine, and this is where you have gems. Now I personally don't sell my gems because I want to use them to make jewelry. And then here is where we have the levels that you can get. As you can see, I have not yet extracted any of the platinum ore, which it's relatively easy. Literally just pick someone and say, hey, I want you to stop doing this. They're gonna finish their level, and I do have everything maxed out. And that frees them up, so you can come over here and you just select them and say, hey, I want you to go collect platinum. And then the Mystic Mine goes to smithing, where you have number of rings that you can make. So you have rings, bracelets, necklaces, and tiaras. Again, these are all, you have the base stat with silver with the gem. This is why I haven't been selling any of my gems. You can do them in silver, gold, and platinum. Actually, I don't have any platinum, but I do have some gold. So again, I can just come over here and I could say, like, who do I have a lot of? I could do a lot of this one, but we're gonna do emerald. And so they'll start crafting gold emerald rings. And then we've also got gold rings, bracelets, necklaces, all the gemstones, and tiaras. And with platinum, rings, bracelets, necklaces, and tiaras. For the arcane garden, you come over here. Now, I probably would recommend having someone almost always on cotton. If you're doing brooms, you'll need broom corn. The 3 that we're going to do for sewing is going to be cotton, hemp, and flax. So those are 3 that I would highly recommend having going. I'm going to send Lisa over here to get some mugwort. And do I have anyone else available? I do not. So towards this end, you can also have sewing. So again, we have some cotton here, a cotton hat, robe, and cloak, hemp, robe, and hemp cloak. We can get, I haven't done the cloak yet. And then we also have the linen, which is the highest level you can get. Now, I personally don't know exactly how we get the paper or the rune stones, these stones that we are doing, the Aether stones. The only thing that I can think of is that they come from, they're a side product or byproduct of chopping trees and the mines. So with this, you also have these scrolls that you can be doing. So you just select someone and you just pick anyone that you want, and they're going to start crafting those. Enchanting comes up from the library, where you're going to go in and you set one of your staff. You assign them to this, and they will just keep learning until they have mastered the learning. This one's probably the only one that I felt like I have the staff, but now that I've learned everything, those staff are unused. They're not being utilized at all. But you have scrolls and runes that you can do. I don't really think I've gotten too many of the runes yet. Now, you collect these, the brooms, the wands, the rings, the jewelry, sometimes you can have potions. This is also part of the arcane garden, where again, you just select something and you can go in here and it tells you what you need and how much you have of it. So, you know, like here, you can't really send someone to do the Venom of False Memories because you don't have any of this product. Do I have anyone else available? I do have you. I'm going to send you to do this one. Now, towards that end, you can also have 4 people that you can send off on expeditions and exploring, and you can select what they are carrying with them. Now, based off of what they're carrying is going to control what the power is, and that in turn controls and determines what level of items that they can bring back. Now, towards the end, they're going to bring back specifically the artifacts and familiars, which I'll show here in a little bit. So we do have the wands, and if we set these for sale, the way the game works is that every few seconds, there's going to be one of these items is going to be for sale. So as you can see, I've got quite a bit, and you can also see what the price tags are for these. Now, you can't control the prices, but you can stock up and supply. And this works in offline mode. So you can go in and spend just a few minutes and be playing with this. I'm not going to be selling my crystals. You get in, you can spend a few minutes and build up everything and just set it to work and then set it aside. So these are also going to go for sale, and we just have the shop. I believe this one's the only one that I have, but I'm just going to go ahead and mark the rest of these for sale. So I highly recommend, if like, especially if you're wanting money, you know, take a step back and see what you would like. So see, Dax's return for expedition with a deer. That is one of the familiars that you can have. Now, the only things that I think I would like to see, this would be my opinion, is for, at least for the sale prices or these sale options in the store, is you don't necessarily like have them in order. So maybe you scroll down from silver, either scroll down all the silver together or all the like types, but they're ordered silver, gold, platinum. The other thing that I would like to see is I would kind of like for the staff to not be like so fixed. And for that, I mean, like there's sometimes where I might want to focus on collecting resources, so I could spend all of my staff to go collect things or to go farm or mine or whatever. And I realize that those are different skill sets, but this is also a game. But I think it would add to the fact that then you could allocate where you want them to be, and you could focus on, you know, just mass collecting all the resources that you can. Maybe even having 2 people collecting one, that might be too far-fetched on that. But being able to not have them locked on a single one, because you are limited to 4 per page. So I could see having like up to like as many different items. That could be how many you have. And they're fairly easy to get. They're not that expensive, but you could easily just scale the sale price, the hiring price for them. And I do want, some of the things that I really like about this is the ability to change the wand is really cool. So it gives a nice little flair that you don't necessarily think about, but that is that's really cool. I appreciate the fact that this is not a game that you're having to minutely manage down to just the minutia of details. I mean, you're literally just assigning a worker for it, or you could do it yourself. Now, towards that end, the sale is one thing that it's like, I like the way that goes, where you're selling them at a near consistent rate. See, this is what I'm talking about for like the jewelry. Or yeah, even have it like this, where you just have like, here's the silver column, gold column, and platinum column, and then you have like the base ring, and maybe have it like where it's rings, and you have all the rings, and then you go to the bracelets, the tiaras, stuff like that. That would be perfect. I think I like that better. I mean, you could scroll. I like that the background is changeable. Go to the broomsticks. We're almost done with all of these. The artwork is adorable. The music is also very well chosen. And it fits the aesthetic of the gameplay. I like that all of these have names and they're not just like object or just a picture without something. And looks like there's some kind of progression from lower tier to higher tier. Shop, and then we have the familiars. That I have been slowly collecting, and this will just kind of work in the background and be able to build up more and more of an income. Now here is all the staff. As you can see, my scholars, I don't have any use for them anymore. Lumberjacks, miners, gardeners, explorers, they all have names and they do level up. Well, they all have level 1, 2, and 3. Each one of these items you also are leveling. Now I did not level fast enough, and that's probably my only thing that I would personally want to see if I had one thing to change, is that some of these would go just a little bit faster. Because some of these are like watching molasses. You also have the storage chest where you have, here are the raw resources that I have. There's the atherstone and the paper, but I don't really know where I get those from. They just appear. You also have your crafted items, which is really cool because I like how this is laid out. You have so these are the things that you have found or that your explorers have found. And it goes back to resources. And you do level up. Right now I'm considered a master witch, so I believe this is my XP and this is my gold. So some things here in the save. Here is where you can select your cursor. I like the star root one. You can turn the music on or off, as well as control the volume. And if you have decided that you have completely maxed this out and there's nothing more for you to do and you want to start over, so all you do is you go back to the main menu, you go to the settings, and you can hit reset save, which is a really nice means of being able to play this again and be able to continue. One thing I would like also is maybe if you double click on this, maybe have it where you can actually see the shop, because you do have this where you can do a bright background. And I like this, but the only issue I have with this is that then I have trouble seeing this, and it looks a little bit, it's a little hard to read, or it can be hard to read. But I do like the artwork, and I really think that that would help to bring it out quite a bit, is to be able to have a mode where maybe you don't have anything on here and you can just enjoy, or maybe it's a minimalized version. I don't know. Overall, this is a really, really cool game, and I plan to continuing and seeing how well I can finish this game. I'll be doing that on my own time. It does have Steam achievements, for which I have so far unlocked 71 out of 83 of them. And a lot of them are, the ones that I don't have are brewing and enchanting and crafting every item type, which it's just a matter of getting there. But it's gonna happen, because I'm gonna play this a little bit more, but it'll be on my own time. So let me know what you think in the comments. This game is available on Steam and itch. Links will be in the description. Thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day, and see you next time.